Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Larry.
Welcome to MANOPOD,
A podcast dedicated to men over 50.
brought to you by MANOPOD.com. Welcome back, Frida. And you brought a little special guest with you.
I did.
Maybe I said little,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's not a good
It's
idea.
the famous
I know my role.
Rodney J. Hobbs, the actor extraordinaire,
Yeah.
and your husband.
Yeah,
Yes.
he belongs to me.
And so we wanted to find out, what do you think of the sex toy business? The bedroom
She gave us
candy.
all the information.
Uh-huh.
Now we're going to get your side.
She even
Well,
brought some
Oh,
toys.
shoot. Y'all got,
Yes.
Okay. Y'all,
Oh, yeah.
y'all came prepared. You know
Uh-huh.
all about
Yeah.
it now. Okay, great.
And she said you're supposed to use it like this.
Oh, and on your nose.
Is that right? No?
Stimulating your nose.
No, silly.
Yeah.
But no, I was fully on board when she came home and said she was interested in investing in this new line of work.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised because I
Mhm.
didn't know it was something she was even interested in, individual selling,
Right.
because I just didn't know that was in her toolkit of skills. I mean, I know she's a people person,
Right.
but I always thought doing direct sales, you think about Amway, Mary Kay, which she actually did that before.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it involved a lot more these days of going out there and just making sure you make it your primary focus.
Right.
So
Right.
that was kind of surprising that she was interested in even doing that, pursuing it. But once she told me she was in, I was like, okay. And she told me how much it cost to invest in the business, which was not a lot, very minimal. But I was really sold when she had her first party. And she basically made the money back that she invested in the business
He likes
off
money.
of one
Oh,
party.
yeah.
So I was sold. I mean,
All
it was
right.
like you making money and I don't have to pay for whatever, everything. So,
So she did mention, though, that you insisted on trying all the products before she started selling. So tell us about that.
How'd that go?
Tell us about that. Yeah.
So yes, early on when we first got into it, yes, we would try the different products, and
When you first got into it, you got into it.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we
So,
had
yeah,
to
and
learn
it
the
was
line.
fun.
I had
Of
to have
course.
Yeah.
feedback.
Yeah, and it was fun.
Which
Yeah.
one did you try first? Hip hop or
That's a good question.
do you remember?
I remember.
Oh, do you remember?
Was it
It was Rise and Shine.
that was the
The
Rise and
cock
Shine.
ring
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
clitoral
yeah.
stimulator.
Oh, yeah.
So, and one of the reasons that was first was before that, we had this other product from another company
Mm-hmm.
called the Jelly Tool Belt. And it broke, but it was a very similar product to the Rise and Shine.
I see.
So the
that
quality
was,
wasn't
yes,
so
Rise,
high.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You stretched that
So we
silicone
ca-
too much.
So,
Yeah.
no, it's just the quality wasn't
Oh,
that
the
good.
quality.
okay.
But on the Rise and Shine, we were like, oh, this is nice quality. So that was the
Mhm.
first thing where we could compare our old product with this company's line of products. So we were like, these are kind of nice. And then Helping Hand, we tried that one early on. I remember that. But then from there, it was just kind of like, yeah, we would try various products.
So you
Various
said how many
times.
products are there?
We have when I started, we had 26 SKUs. Now we have over 200.
200
Okay,
SKUs.
so that's what I was going to say. Eventually, the more she got into, it's like she would go to the national convention
Mhm.
and come back from the sales convention and be like, oh, we got all these brand new products. And it just became overwhelming, to be honest. I was
Wow.
like, what? We got to, it's like,
I
well,
came back with 10
like, we
things, and he was like, "We
s-
can't
like,
try
how we
all
gonna
this."
try all this?
Yeah,
The
this is-
magic question is, did it help your marriage?
Yeah, definitely. I would
Or at
Did it
least
make
your-
it more
at least your
exciting?
intimacy.
Yeah, it made
It
it
helped
more
the
exciting,
intimacy,
made
yeah.
it more interesting, for
Right.
sure. Definitely
Okay.
that. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it just added a new element in the bedroom and just in the union
Mhm.
altogether.
Mhm.
So
and
yeah.
lots of laughs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
really
how
lots
does this
of
thing
laughs.
work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And then it's kind of brought us closer together because since I was in support of it, it was great for me to try to tell people about it and
Mhm.
come up with
Mhm.
people I could suggest the company to. And like, maybe you can ask such and such if they want to have a party
Mhm.
here.
So we know you guys fairly well, and there's a couple of maybe tough sells, or maybe not. One is you guys are Christians. You go to church every weekend, right? And
For the most
or
part,
more,
I do.
Bible study or
I
whatever.
do.
Yeah. And so, is there ever any blowback from doing this kind of thing?
Very good question. We get that one often. I think people ask you,
People ask me all the
how
time.
does your husband feel about
He
that?
sings in the choir, and he's churchy. How
Right,
does he feel
right.
about the business?
Right.
And so what a lot of people may not know, even though I am very religious, raised in a religious home, I'm a very liberal Christian. Like I support things that most evangelicals might not. So initially, I just never had a problem with it at all. I mean, because something a lot of evangelicals or church people don't talk about is sex, but they're all doing it,
Right.
and they're not all married,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So it's like I just kind of saw it as shedding light on something that's happening that we're just not talking about. So I didn't have a problem with
So
it
somebody
at all
of
from
faith,
their
from your
respect.
angle, who's liberal minded, you would tell them, hey, this is good for your relationship, and what's good for your relationship is good for your
Totally.
marriage
It keeps
overall.
the marriage
Right.
together, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's a
totally
good idea.
that. Yep.
Okay.
And so, and I don't know if she mentioned her life coaching background, but she's all about helping people just in general live better lives.
Mhm.
And so selling sex toys is kind of in line with that. It's
Mm.
helping people live better sex lives and more full lives and having more enjoyment in their lives. So it's just kind of totally in line with what she stands for as a person.
Mhm.
And also on the business aspect of it, being an independent business owner, and that ties into like female empowerment
Right,
and
right.
helping other women
Mhm.
learn the skills of the trade so that they can live better lives in that regard as well. So.
The other group that might be a little more difficult to convince, or maybe not, are men in general, right?
Yeah.
They might feel awkward about it or
Yep.
threatened by it or something. So how's that worked out?
That's a very good question and good point, because I think you have a lot of consultants who ask, well, how do you just your husband handle you leaving home on a Friday or Saturday night to go do this, like they're strippers or something. And again, she always tells them, well, I'm fully supportive because, again, I like money. So I just see it as she's going to work.
Right.
She's
But
going
she's
to
helping people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's going
right.
to
I
work.
think
She's
it's-
helping
yeah, it's
people. So, but to your point, a lot of men in general have issues with the products, and I just think that's our egos,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
kind of masculinity in general. Like, I don't need help in the bedroom. So she doesn't have a lot of men that attend the parties, right?
Right.
That you sell to. Every once in a while, the parties are definitely open to all,
Mm-hmm.
but you just don't. And even if the guys are there, they're just
They're
very
very quiet.
hesitant to
Yeah.
buy anything, because they're like,
Or they'll buy, but they're very quiet.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like they don't want to admit that
Right.
they need help
Right.
in the bedroom, and I just don't
Well,
see
I
it
wouldn't
as,
even look at it that.
Right.
It's more enjoyable. It makes
That's
it more
exactly
fun and
it.
exciting. And if you have been married to the same person for many, many years,
Yep.
you want to try new things, and
Yep.
that introduces the new
right.
thing in
It's
the
like
bedroom.
having a toy in any other
Right.
aspect of your
Correct.
life.
Yeah.
Well, and this
Something to
size
play
becomes
with.
a lot less threatening. If she can get
That's
pleasure
true,
from
too.
this,
Right.
they're going to be okay,
Right.
right?
And there's a lot
But
of
when that
learning
wears
involved
off,
too.
there's this.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, I've definitely learned a lot about sex in general and the female anatomy and dealing with bedroom candy products, which
Mhm.
has been helpful too. Because
Mhm.
it's just so much that men just in general don't know
Right.
about their wives and about their bodies and things we don't think about.
Mhm.
So it's helped us in that regard too. 'Cause
Like
it
manscaping.
makes you more mindful like that too.
Well, like men, obviously men get aroused like that, and then they're done like that. It takes time to get the engine going on most women,
That can
right?
happen.
And these kind of things probably help a lot, right?
Yep, exactly.
And you were also mentioning about demographics, that there's a lot of people in this menopause age group, men and women, who are using this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Might not be talking about it, but
Right.
even if they're not using it, they're interested in it.
Right.
Yeah. At
Right.
this stage of life. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've talked about part of menopause is
Mhm.
having issues with impotence, and things like this can definitely help in that area as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
For sure.
Well, this is great, and we're happy that you guys are making some dough on this, and
She really is.
yeah.
Did she mention
Yeah.
that she has the #1 team? And
Oh, she
Oh
did.
yeah, she did.
She did.
She's
And
pretty
she should
proud
be
of
proud
that,
of
and
that,
she
yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah. This is awesome.
It's like
Well-
she's found a niche that she didn't even know she
Yeah.
Yeah.
An itch.
had.
And on that
I recommend
note,
this.
yes, on that note, we're going to stop.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you both
thanks
very
for
much,
being here.
and that's great.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for listening.
Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to hear more podcasts or read great articles, get involved with the MANOPOD community for men over 50 on manopause.com.
And don't forget, live life, live young.